but I mean, we'll see. The draft is
just getting started right now. Yeah, you see there our handsome captain from Team Secret, Carl Gustav.
Carl.
But
yeah, so Wisp is not going to be in this, and Secret get rid of the Shah Demon. We get a head start of the viewers.
Shen in the pool.
The moment, yeah.
You predicted that so well. My goodness.
Well, Wisp Chen is out. Visage gets picked up by EG, and well.
Darkseer Drow? Darkseer Drow?
Darkseer Drow again?
Oh, that's strange.
That would be awkward.
Who had the first pick last series?
Last series, I believe it was Secret and on Radiant side.
And they first picked the Drow?
Nope.
Nah, they must have. EG must have first picked Visage again.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay, so EG had the first pick last game too. So, interesting strategic choice by Secret to choose side over pick. Maybe they even chose second pick, I'm not sure. They chose Radiant, so they chose the side. So that's very interesting.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Is this a run back?
We're going for the same.
Maybe Clockwork now instead of Darkseer. Oh, man.
Is it going to be 1-3 or 0-4 for the Drow Steel versus the Visage?
Do you think a team like Secret could be so just like determined, like, you know what, I want to run back. We can make it work again this time.
No, I definitely don't think they're gonna. No team is gonna feel good knowing. Okay, Drow was picked. I mean, Visage was picked. Now we pick Drow Darkseer. This lost 3 times this tournament. They're not gonna do it the 4th time. I don't believe so.
It's so strange because it's kind of awkward, like picking Drow Darkseer, but it is a Clockwork. This is way better synergy, I would say. So this is definitely more open than Darkseer, I'd say. So this is going to be interesting.
We saw some of the best Clockwork this tournament already from both of these two teams. Zai yesterday, Universe already today, shown what he could do with the mechanical one. So now we look to the side of Evil Geniuses here. I asked this question to Merlini and Gods when they were here in this same similar kind of an opening where, you know, you open with a Visage and the other team's like, well, just take the Drow away. It used to be that one of the best, heroes to fall back on was a Lycan, but we don't see just Lycan anymore. Why is that?
I think teams kind of forgot. It's like, obviously they know the heroes there, but
I'd say it's because there's so many heroes in the pool and so many good heroes, so many viable heroes, and it's like Lycan is still amazing. Yeah, like if they actually get to think about Lycan in this draft, they might pick it up, but I don't think they might not even consider it.
Is there a fact also to that maybe you're just a bit rusty on the hero and they're like, maybe we'll pass over that because it might have been quite a while since we played Lycan, or do you think
that's not really the case, especially not when you have RTC on your team? I mean, although RTC will more than likely be the Drow player. If you start picking up a Lycan, it's going to be, S4 prefers to play other heroes, I think. But kind of what happens in a tournament in general, but also they already played a series, now they're playing another series, is that these two teams develop a meta against each other. Like us versus EG, the meta turned into like a Coddle. These were the kind of heroes we're looking at. Whereas that hero right now is being completely ignored. So they got their own meta, their own mind games going on right now. But I think EG would be the team to, just throw a curveball. They already kind of did picking up the Broodmother, but they might just go like they did yesterday, pick up a Magnus Jugger. It's not something you're banning out. And it's not something that you might be drafting towards and be prepared for. They did the Juggernaut against a Clockwork. That's also to note. And I think that's one of my personal favorites throughout the lane, but also throughout the game.
But this for me, this could be a game where Lycan could pop up for EG. I think Lycan could be extremely strong here for them because they know it's going to be Clock offlane. Like that hero is just offlane hero. Like you're not gonna see Clock mid or something like that. So they know it's going to be Clock offlane. And they already have Brood, they already have Visage. Like the amount of push and pressure they can put up with a Lycan is insane. So this could be definitely a game where we could see Lycan.
That was a thing in Dota 1. The old school terrifying duo was the Broodmother Lycan.
Yeah.
That was
the Howl of Broodlings.
Terrifying stuff. You have 10 Spiderlings on the support. Normally the support's like pretty dead. He has a chance to run away. But when that Howl pops up,
oh man.
Yeah, I would actually like to see that. The amount of pressure EG would put out with a Lycan pick is insane. And Lycan is also considered a very good hero against Drow.
With that, though, we look to the other side. It's Secret who have the potential next grab. Potentially fearing what could be a bit of a heavy push coming out from Evil Geniuses. Maybe you consider some wave clear here. Feels pretty single target as is right now, just between Drow and Clockwork, so... We'll have to see what they want to build on top of that. Clockwork's there to set things up. Now, what can you do to, well, knock him down or to capitalize on when he does jump in and get them in place?
I think now they just need to consider how they deal with the Brood, because I think they might consider having Drow mid here and run some kind of melee carry against the Brood that can, some Bristol back maybe, or
Bristol's good.
Bristol, whatever.
Core
Legion.
Axe.
I don't know. Probably not Axe. I don't see that working out here for them. They want some physical damage to go with Drow, or because Drow can't really carry on his own, I feel, unless you go all in push, which is not the case this time around. They are playing a more standard game here with Lion and Clockwork.
I don't think this is the way to go, though. I mean, again, we talk about this Lycan pick. I think if EG think about
pick
this,
Lycan right now, I don't know what they can do.
This Lycan hero eats Drow. It eats Lycan. It's so good with Brood. It's so good with Visage.
It eats Clockwork. It's actually the most imbalanced pick you can think of right now for EG.
If they think of it.
If they think about it, yeah.
If they think of it. There's a lot of heroes out there. So we quickly fire through. Evil Geniuses pick up their Dazzle. So we got that minus armor synergy between both the supports. Makes good for potentially doing the Roche. So their Roche, ability is covered. On the other side now, a Shadow Fiend they'll picked up from Secret.
I think there's going to be a safe lane Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
Most definitely here. And Drow mid.
But like you said, when you have this kind of Drow lineups, in general, it looks like very single target-ish. People normally would pick an offlaner that had some AoE with the Drow. We've seen teams pick Sand King, we've seen pick Shaker as a supporter offlane. But when you have Clockwork Drow, what heroes can you pick that synergize with Drow that also have AoE? There's very few that I can think of, and Shadow Fiend is definitely one of the best.
Yeah. So I like how that spread. He also can easily farm up those Broodlings if necessary.
Yeah.
But the Evil Geniuses now have the advantage of they see the Shadow Fiend and Drow Ranger now, and they've yet to pick up their own mid laner here. So what are they going to do? Or even their safe laners. So I really like that they saved those for last year.
They should really expect...
there we go! Oh my god, that is so much pressure.
The wolf runs.
The wolf runs.
I'm just going to make a note that I did call that as a potential option at the very start of this draft, gentlemen.
That's actually very clever. I mean, Lycan is so perfect here. It's the dream scenario for Lycan, I would say.
Very much like to be in EG shoes right here. Very, very much like that.
And they know the Drow is going to be mid. They can even mid Lycan here and get another safe lane, which is probably not going to be the case, but they are so open in terms of what they can pick last. Also, they know Drow are going to be mid. If it's Drow safe lane, they're also fine, because it's going to be Brood on the off lane against Lion, Drow. They can't, that's not good enough against the Brood. So
I think Secret would have liked to remake this draft if they had the chance, but Dota is not a forgiving game like that.
We don't have that option here at the Summit.
But they might have a salvaging pick that we are not thinking of. They need Puppy's hero right now, and what it could be, I'm not really sure. I would like to see a Shaker, even though it's maybe unconventional with what they're having. They're having the Drow, they're having the Clock. Okay, Shaker's out.
Okay. Apparently there's obviously going to be a gross army ahead of him, so someone like a Shaker could definitely do work.
Caudle is good against Necroboka.
Yeah, that's Caudle.
There we go. That's Puppy's hero. It's a good pick, but I don't know if it salvages.
It might.
It's good anti-push, that's for certain, but he's a frail old man in the early laning stage, so if you punish him enough there, we were laughing about it yesterday's series. I just got hit time and time again from it. But
Caudle offers a lot of stability in terms of when enemies push multiple lanes. This guy can not only take care of his own lane by depushing it, but the global recall ability. If they get a strong enough Shadow Fiend, they can send him to another lane. If he's strong enough to hold that lane, he's still in the fight. Potentially. But this pick maybe salvages, but
never thought I'd hear that.
Yeah,
not in the recent times.
Yeah, they have no stuns on EG, but I don't feel like they need stuns with the draft that they have. The amount of lane pressure and just raw damage that they have is off the chart. But then again, Secret lineup is actually pretty good overall now. They have good pick off, they have good team fight, they have good late game AoE. They have pretty much everything. It's gonna come down to the laning phase a lot here, because how much is Brood gonna get?
Oh yeah,
is mostly the question. Are they gonna dual lane off lane with Dazzle Brood? They might do that.
They might do that.
Oh man, that's disgusting. That heal bomb.
It could be something that they should consider because they know it's going to be a Clockwork, and Clockwork will fuck with them a bit on the offlane, regardless of Visage or Dazzle there.
But the great thing, if you're playing EG, is that you have the option to leave the Visage top versus the Clockwork. If Clockwork gets level 6 and Visage level 5, that's a scary moment because he could kill Visage for free, but then at least he's not ganking mid. Regardless, if he kills the Visage, it's not a bad thing. But when Visage hits 6 and Clockwork's level 6, 7, 8, 9, it doesn't matter. Visage can hold the lane on his own. There's a good chance he will never die. If he does, the Clockwork will most likely get counter killed. Like, EG have a lot of options in terms of how they want to farm, push, pressure, all of these things.
Yeah, the reasons why you could say like Lycan Visage was always so good also at DEC was because Lycan farms the lane for until level 4 or something, and then he just goes jungle, and Visage takes over the lane, gets super fast 6, gets free farm, and Lycan farms and doesn't lose any farm from going jungle. So it's going to be really scary for Secret because they don't really have heroes that contest the jungle.
Ember. I love the friendly banter. These two teams obviously know each other very well. Cheeky little mind games at the start a bit, and I just want to, fun little fact, Team Secret, the only team to drop a game 1 but still win the series here at the Summit 3, so, just a fun little fact right there, as they did just drop game 1 earlier.
Fact.
Way too funny, actually.
I mean, I'm dying right now.
Yeah, I'm dying.
But it seems like they're gonna do Coddle Clockwork off lane and do Shadow Fiend Lion safe lane, which I think is a good choice in terms of laning here.
Yeah, the Visage versus Suso is a bit. Is that okay? That blast actually went from almost hitting 3 to hitting nobody.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is going to secure the bounty there. Yeah.
This matchup, I mean, what EG have going for them though, I feel, is that this Drow can't be like left mid forever. They have to do something. When Zeus hits level 5, this Drow gets forced out of the lane.
Oh yeah.
There's a problem with Secret that they have to do moves at some point, but I feel like it's incredibly hard for them.
I mean, who would you expect those moves to come from? Not from the Coddle, I'd imagine. So maybe the Lion needs to come help him out a bit, or
yeah, maybe they start ganking in mid with the Lion and leave the SF 1v1 bottom. I think that would be the best option from what I can see, because Coddle can't really do any moves.
No, certainly not.
Something that's going to be interesting is the how well the Brood is going to get, how much the Brood is going to get on the offlane, because I'm not sure Shadow Fiend line is enough to stop a Brood.
No Howl was used there, but still a lot of damage put up on Sai.
Do they have much to stop this Brood? They already have the early sentry down. Not really surprised by that. Kuro's going to try his best to keep him at bay, but he's easily in the XP range as Zai moves over.
That's some good cogs.
He gets plenty of mana, of course, from your Coddle to keep those cogs coming out, but now Puppy's very low.
Pesky creeps. Oh, almost.
Oh?
Yeah, EG are holding their lane really well on.
We saw the exact same thing last game. This is how it started with little Zai on the Darkseer. He was stuck at level 1 all the way till 7 minutes. That's how much they just kept him at bay. Don't see that very often from Zai.
So that's the way they chose to go about it, like secure their safe lane more than securing Brood's levels, which is a good choice. I mean, you could argue that Dazzle bottom lane would actually be amazing here, because they could actually smash this lane completely, but at the same time, you want to keep Clockwork and Coddle level 1 for as long as possible, and that might be better. Brood will eventually get his levels.
Yeah, and if Lycan gets a good start, that's when, again, he can just go into the jungle and leave the Visage to dominate, and then the Dazzle could still be moving bottom. How the Shadow Fiend Broodmother matchup works is that Shadow Fiend actually doesn't do that well against Broodlings until level 7. He's pretty good at 5, but if there's a Dazzle and Shadow Fiend is not level 7, that's some good harass still. But if Dazzle makes the right move at the right time, with Broodlings being alive, the Shadow Fiend is by no means safe.
Oh no. And it could come at a cost of where they make a committed dive onto Universe, then the rotation over from Dazzle, and one quick heal, everything gets flipped over. We expected this just like last game. It was a very quiet start. We didn't see our first real bloodshed till about 5-6 minutes in. It's obviously a very tense series for both these teams. Want to make sure that when they make the committed jump for the kill, it doesn't end up turning back on their ass.
You can almost be guaranteed that, the EG are not going to make any move until certain things have happened. Like, Zeus needs his 6, Lycan wants to be in the jungle for a little bit, get his ultimate, and Visage also wants to get his 6. But once this has been set up, then the pressure can begin. The Lycan can choose to go on the off lane, gank there with an ultimate, even gank the Drow mid, or start pushing top with Visage Birds. But Secret, like we talked about, they actually have to do a move earlier. When the middle guys start hitting 6, or Zeus is even level 5, this is when Secret really have to kind of make something happen, because they can't keep this. Like, this game is getting unstable for them.
The way they chose to lane this is not working out for Secret. Like, Cuddle is still level 1, and Clockwork actually is level 2. You know, he got actually nothing from having Cuddle there, apart from Cuddle taking a little bit of XP. They're out of region now, and like, Cuddle has not gotten anything. He could have just started off jungling, and it would have been better. He could have even harassed the Zeus mid, you know. There was plenty of things he could have done, and it would have probably been more useful. So
fight over the 4-minute rune here.
Yeah.
They're giving up.
No fight.
No fight.
Not much of a fight. We'll pull back and away. Bones joined us on the couch. He hasn't put his headset on, but if you want to chime in with your one phrase every couple of minutes, you can always do that. I promise that maybe this time they won't harass you about the wards. I can't, I don't know,
buy
though.
some wards and you can sit down, maybe.
It's only 75 gold. Well, we'll have to look to see if Secret are going to have to do something to help out Arteezy. For now, Arteezy is in reasonable standing at 22 and 8 CS to Zeus's 14, but once the levels come together, that's when the pressure can really mount. But
that's a level 6 on Drow. That definitely helps Secret's safe lane. The damage increase on the line and the show. Oh, middle.
Okay, Grave coming in from behind, and Owie, Arteezy doesn't really have much to get away from this. Does get the gust up on 2. Very nicely done. With the time to salve up, he avoids the trouble.
I'm pretty sure EG was like, yeah, this is our first blood. We're Gucci, you know. They did not see that coming, I think. That was really good play by TC.
Nice. And Puppy now on bottom.
Yeah, Secret are pushing the safe lane. I like this. Like I said, I think they have to make a move. Now Zeus is panicking in a way. Like he's looking at this bottom lane. It's going down. The supports top are also looking. This is a one way to give Clockwork XP. You see, that's a TP's bottom. Now it's a Visage Lycan top. If Clockwork wants to get some more XP, this is his opportunity. And Secret getting some good damage on this tower. Half a tower down.
Yeah. They're even trying to keep the creeps closer to the tower as much as possible, blasting them down when they can. They really want to get that tier 1. And Owie, kind of stuck on his own to help his own back to Clockwork, will do what he must to not allow him to get that easy XP, but it will get easier nonetheless for Zai.
Level 5 on SF now. Yeah. This Drow is going to have a really hard time making anything happen in this game, except for if he's allowed to hit towers. I think this is what he should be looking at. Him joining fights, like I talked about, Lycan eats Drow. If you have a Lycan running at you and you're a Drow Ranger, your team has to protect you really well and help you hit, or you're just dead. So, Secret, the way they have to play this game, it's I think it's really hard, but it's definitely doable.
I forced Clockwork to TP out of top lane.
Yeah. Zeus ulti now available.
He has an invis rune. This is pretty important, and he got his 6.
What do you think, Bone? Who's in a tight spot right here?
I don't know though. The picks are so weird. I can't say who can. I actually like Secret's lineup more. Whatever happens, they have good initiation, and the other team is just.
Yeah, EG are definitely lacking initiation.
With that, it looks like they might have to sacrifice this tier 1. Well, they kind of creep in for the deny. He's thinking about it. They have the glyph popped.
Yeah, the way this game is going, I feel like it's gonna come down to Roshan a lot. The first Roshan fight for Lycan is gonna be huge. If he gets that for free, then I'd see EG pulling ahead. If Secret contests and gets a good fight out of that, it did go the other way easily.
Yeah, I actually don't. I think EG winning this is very unlikely actually. Brood is losing his lane so hard. There's a Keeper of the Light. Brood is gonna be kind of useless. They can easily get Roshan. How do they fight at Roshan? Like EG,
I think the way that EG have to use their lineup is to pressure all the time. They'll start pushing the top lane to force rotations. Coddle, like we talked about, is good at dealing with these kind of things, but at the same time, if EG set it up right, going with a Zeus Salt, Visage Birds, and a Lycan, like it's not initiation in that sense, but it's people running at you.
They're good at securing the area they're in, kind of thing. Like their fighting is not a joke still. Like they don't have initiation, but they have so much damage, and they have protection from Visage Birds. And ooh, that was close.
Yeah,
But yeah, Visage Burst landing, Broodlings running in, blocking people, like Wolf scouting. You know, they have.
It's a headache.
They have so much stuff. Yeah, it's a headache. Like so much stuff to work around in these fights, especially at Roshan.
Okay.
Careful, S4.
And
Where's the Zeus ulti coming
they
in?
should have vision advantage also
Fine.
with Birds and Zeus ult.
Looks like he's going to be A-okay.
And
Well,
Wolves, obviously.
Yeah, RTC actually doing better mid than I thought he would versus the Zeus here. It's not something I'm too familiar with, this Zhao and Zeus, but the way I imagine it in my head is Zeus is very good at pushing out certain heroes. He even wins against like Storm Spirit and this kind of things once they hit 5.
I mean, honestly,
I
if
think-
Arteezy plays well, he's not going to get hit by any
Yeah,
spells,
I think
really.
it's because
so.
Zhao has so long range, you know,
Maybe.
that he will stay out of chain lightning range.
Now, what's the significance for the Drow? And I see some people not even level up ice arrows, some just the one investment, because they're more often just going for hitting the towers, not looking to go for the fights altogether. He's putting 2 points into it.
I think he wants to be ready for a potential fight. Like he has a TP on himself. If EG do this move of pushing top and the way they have to fight is by running in, then Frost Arrows can do a great amount of work. But
I think it has also something to do with player preference a lot and game by game kind of thing. If they were to push all in, then I don't think you would see Arteezy getting any points in arrow. Whereas here,
that's
a lot of
unfortunate.
Broodlings.
Poof, the
Yummy.
Centaurs clap.
Whereas here it's like if Zeus gets hit by one arrow, he can probably just run him down, you know, if he has like 2 or 3 points in it, and they have to rotate. They have to TP in with a dazzle to save him or something like that.
Scouting Zeus ult.
Yeah. Carl didn't like that one. He'll just make some farm happen here on the side. Still pretty broke, but do you wager he's going to be the mech holder for his team, or is this a mech Shadow Fiend kind of a game?
I think it's a mech Shadow Fiend.
Ah, yeah,
So
there it
in
is.
general, he's one of the best mech heroes.
Very good here.
Yep, they'll need it.
Yeah, Arteezy is now starting to pressure top. Secret have to respond somehow, and the Coddle is not ready here. This gives Clockwork some nice XP though.
It's kind of strange they haven't moved Lycan into the jungle at all this game. I don't know what Visage level is, but
Looks like he's
I
going
mean
now.
he's going now, and then Visage takes over. Yeah, I guess that's
Crow goes into the jungle. Oh,
Whoa,
he finds a
my
way out.
goodness.
Nice play. That's like an ulti though. They're gonna run him down. If he
Run,
would've
Kuro,
TP,
run.
TP. If he would have TP straight away, he would have made it out.
Oh,
of it.
no. Not going to happen, though. Look how fast that little froggy moves. He's going to hub on in there. The Great Fly's up
Okay.
in PPD.
Oh, there's 4 rows.
Oh my god.
That's
like,
four. Get the hell out of there.
Oh,
They got
Coddle
ugly
gets
fast.
killed bottom.
Oh, that's a really big mistake, I think.
Maybe Universe is just like, okay, well, clearly S4 is over there. I'm just going to jump this old man and get my free gold.
Just noticed the Brood has a Midas almost. He's probably gonna have it after this wave.
Oh, yeah.
Lion dying there though. Like the play was so good, but the even bigger play would have been to TP out straight away after this kill. Like we talked about, they have no way to initiate. They lack stuns. Lion would have been halfway to his dagger if he just would have TP'd out there. Now he needs a bit more.
Well, I wonder if that was a smoke, because regardless, it was a really good play. I think it was a solo
Very
smoke.
good play by
Yeah.
Kuroki there.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a level 8 Lion at 11 minutes with like 40% dagger. It's so good
Yeah.
for him, I think.
That Midas for your Brood. What kind of a Brood game we're going to expect here, gentlemen? The Necro book, the Orchid.
I am still a fan of the Dagon. I think it will be a Dagon. It's usually what happens when you go for this Midas first, but
You don't have to go Dagon if you go Midas, of course, but like Dagon is pretty nice.
I think what Secret are waiting for right now is the Clockwork level 6. Oh, Croaky.
Oh, my God.
Getting hit by Spirelings, but
There's so
that's
much-
a lot. Ooh! Wolves on top of that.
That was a lot of hate.
This is one way to initiate, you know? This is how you can take a fight in a way. If they get their stuff in position, they run you down because of like movement speed advantage, and birds they have unobjected movement.
But even though Lion has had a good start, apart from maybe that little surround by spiders, I think it's a really hard game to play Lion in. There's too much stuff, you know. There's like these wolves is scouting you out, hitting you. You can't dagger. Zeus ult coming in. Brood's gonna take on you, and like Visage Birds. Like it's really difficult.
I mean, I
gonna be
think you just have to play defensive as Lion and just smoke. You can smoke, and whenever you don't have a smoke, you just play defensive. If you don't die at once this game, you're gonna have like a 14-15 minute dagger for sure. If you don't die.
And on top of all those critters and creeps, there's a Necro book to come soon for your Lycan.
Yeah.
I imagine he'll be going for the Roche at some point, but...
We're probably going to see them do Roche when Visage has Medallion. I don't know how he's doing on that.
Yeah,
but he should be fairly close. They might even go for it right away, I guess. Why not?
Smoke into Roshan.
They have this map control in that area.
Dewarding.
It's also kind of like might be a misplay by Secret because they have Rocket and stuff and the Keeper of the Light and stuff.
No, they just used it right there.
Yeah.
Not going to have that vision.
Yeah, they're not checking it out. They should expect this. This is actually the only move VG should do. So... And they can't get it for free either.
Maybe they feel like they can't contest.
They could easily contest it. They have a mech, they don't have a mech, they have a hook, they have a...
Yeah, I know.
There's the rocket.
Boop.
They just didn't expect it, so...
It might have just been a slight outplay where EG predicts them to go top and they move for it right away. Or just some timing.
This is one way you, for example, can defend your top tower. You choose to just go like Roshan. The way the map works, Roshan's on the opposite side of the top tower.
Yep.
And it's definitely worth it for EG to trade this tier 1 for Roshan, 100%.
That does also mean, though, that Secret with that tier 1 on top down, they can be more comfortable moving into the EG jungle, maybe play some aggressive order so, but yeah, look how fast they're moving into tier 2.
I actually think
Drow Aura.
Secret are very fine.
Oh, Lycan ulti being used. They're going to be coming in from below.
Oh, and they're summoning here. Recall, maybe coming in from Puppies. He does go into...
this is going to be interesting.
Your light. Yep, he's got RTZ ready to go, but... Jesus Christ, that Lycan walking back and away. Kuro already pretty low.
They have no initiation, they don't know what...
Oh, Dias Courier.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Cargo worth.
I actually hate playing this lineup so much, the EG lineup. You have no jump, it's so awful, actually, I think.
But at the same time,
you can win for sure, but it's so hard to play.
Oh, Brute's going book also.
Brute's going book.
Double book.
Double book.
Lots of Necro book.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my god, is he going Necro book on Brood?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I
think that's a big mistake.
That's a big mistake for sure.
Shadow Fiend.
They're going to be able to farm that down pretty easy.
I actually don't see any point where you would ever go Necro on Brood Mother, like ever. I think just get, if you want to push, you get different items. You can even get a Desolator.
Yeah, I actually don't really know how Brew works exactly. I've just seen builds that I prefer, and it's generally always towards the
Midas and book on Brood. I don't, that's a little bit strange.
Yeah, I'm also not a fan of Midas Zeus at all.
It's like the combination of those two does not make sense. You know, you want to go Midas on Zeus, and then you go for like this early game kind of pressure build on Brood. So
yeah, it's very unsynced.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, EG just the team that just plays. I don't think they panic or whatever. They just keep playing. But here it's something really weird for them. I think going for that Necrobook on Brood.
Secret, if they get some more item timings, like if they pick up I'm not really sure what you want to build on the Drow. I don't think this is a game where you want to go BKB, because there's only a Zeus that cares about that, and now there's not even a Dagon coming up on Brewmother. So if you get some more tank on your cores, and you get the opportunity to 4v5 or 5v4 EG because they have the Brewmother, like I think Secret could easily start breaking base early game, because they're actually going to be so tanky and way too hard to walk into.
She already has a Helm of the Dominator.
Well, I'm not sure they can just... I think because of these books, I don't think they want to go high ground too early here, because they can easily go there and then die to these books. So I feel like they should just continue farming and try to pick people off, because Secret can catch them. And once they start grouping us 5, this is where this like in ages with book 3 becomes really strong. Brood can join in with his book as well, and like...
I think though the Coddle makes it alright. When you see the Brewmother pushing one lane, you can send the Shadow Fiend there, recall them back. If you get the 5v4 in front of their base, when you have these item timings, I think they can get Rexes, but of course they don't have to. Like you say, they have pick-off that they can use.
No, I don't think Secret is in any rush. It shouldn't be any rush to do anything. The game goes on, they win.
Yeah, at this rate at least.
Yeah, because like Zeus is the best late game hero, but still they still lack initiation, so it's very hard to get those team fights late game. I think it's very weird.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the last pick, Zeus, but I see where they were going with it. But the lack of initiation is really hurting them. If they had a Brewmaster or something like that, it would have been a lot easier to play for them.
So if you're EG, is there any way you can solve this issue with a Hex on anybody? Like Atos on Visage is generally considered a decent catch, but I don't think it works in a game like this.
I think he might go for it nonetheless.
He's gonna go. He's gonna get it at one point. And this game should last
he
a long
won the
time.
Aghanim's medallion, and then the game was pretty much over.
I think instead of this having actually initiation, I think we're gonna see just when they get book 3, they're gonna go force the issue either at mid tower or at Roshan again, and Boot's gonna join up.
It's another smoke into Radiant Woods. They see CS4 here. Broodmother scouting him out. He actually keeps going.
Okay, they get the slowly
He
pops
doesn't have
his
TP,
book.
so.
Requiem, the timing gonna be there. No, immediate shallow grave just to be safe. The heal bomb though, and see you later, S4. He goes down.
Oh,
What a hook
hook
shot.
into PPD.
Okay.
The funny thing, if he just TP'd when he got attacked to his tower, to the tier 2 there, he was really just fine, and then he could reinitiate.
I don't think he had a
whatever.
TP
He did
though.
not have a TP.
Oh, he didn't have a TP.
SF did not have a TP, so.
Oh yeah, he not
But that was good. Like Boot scouts him out, and they instantly have a smoke on one of the supports, I think, and then they just go for it right away because they know he's alone. Boot is there, being a spider, sneaky
Spider.
snake.
It's like EG just wanted to use the last bit of that Aegis. It did expire right at the conclusion of that, so they get their pick off.
Yeah, Arteezy looks to be going straight butterfly though, which I really like. That's a way to negate most of EG's damage. The Zeus will obviously still be a problem, but the Clockwork versus a Zeus with this item build is generally a good counter, and I don't think EG are going to be picking up a Force Staff unless
Yeah, I was just
PPD gets one.
I was thinking about that. No real 4-staff candidates on the side of EG to help out for that Clockwork.
He seems like he's actually going for the Aghanims first. And Zeus is going
Force Staff.
alright.
Oh, someone's got to get it.
Yeah, it
think it's
definitely is needed against Clock.
He has it already.
And that's a book 3 on Lycan. So they are getting a lot of items. I think next Roche is going to be really crucial. If Secret tries to contest that, that could be a huge fight for EG. If they don't, then it's... I mean, then they're going to be fine with that, but I think they hope that they contest so that they can use these books and fight around Roche.
I still feel like these books are such a risky pickup. If this Coddle gets correct blinding light, these books are rendered useless for 5 seconds. It's 5 seconds duration, right? Oh, Sumail gets picked.
Sumail, yep,
it's 3
jumped in, locked down, uses that force to try to get away, but only gets off his ultimate before being brought to dust. Oh, good. Look at this.
Bye-bye,
Gonna
Lion.
commit. Easy kill there on the curl, and Puppy's going to go down as well. 2 for 1.
The Wolf.
TC also getting caught over here.
Oh, owie.
Versa dropping, no TP. He could have probably made it out.
Can he get PPD? Nope, great there.
Interesting play with his Secret coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of peculiar they don't have TPs against this lineup.
Oh, PPD! Ah, yeah.
They only have bird stuns and Zeus W. That's actually all
But
they
they got
have.
the
They
slow
have
on side now.
TPs.
The Birch is still on top of it.
What is
There's going to be
happening?
another drop coming.
It's like an army. Look at this.
Look at this. They're running them down.
It's
right
actually,
now.
this game is actually so weird.
Didn't they what?
It's actually unreal.
It's like Lord of the Rings. Oh. Okay. Meanwhile, Universe
this
pressure
is
on
clowny
bottom.
stuff right here.
I mean, they didn't learn from the game they won against us at DAC, apparently.
Yeah, nah, you have to understand versus a lineup like this, TPs are invaluable. Like,
They just move 4 people to some place. They just TP back to your tower, and you're still on the lane. You still have presence in the lane. You don't have to go base. It's so easy.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see Drop setting a raid ban for a TP here. At least, there we go. There we go.
yeah, mistakes were made. Dagger not picked up on Lion though. Oh,
Medallion on Carly. You don't see
Medallion
that.
on Carly.
You don't see that very often unless I guess you feel it's
You want the crest?
absolutely necessary.
Solar quest.
I think that if they get the Solar Crescent, yeah, again, the way fights can happen. Blinding Light, Solar Crest on the Shadow Fiend, Butterfly on Drow, they might not have the damage to bring them down quick enough. Because the DPS coming out from Secret is is still potentially super high.
It's definitely good against Lycan early, if you can get it early, because he's not going to go MKB too early. He wants AC and he wants probably BKB, especially against this lineup. So it's going to take a while before they get any MKBs. On top of that, it's good against what's it called, books.
Yeah, it's that's the main thing. Like I'm looking at for PG, all these minions are unable to get true hit. Necros, birds, broodlings, and wolves. So that's like a big portion of each damage you are actually negating. It's the first time Drow Ranger's ever gone helmet the Dominator into Butterfly in Pro Dota 2. But it's for
The
me.
world's first.
For me, this is I mean, it's old school. This is what people used to do on Battle.net way a long time ago. But
This is what SMJ was doing, dude.
Huh? Oh, he did that too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. But it's a really good way to tank up against lineups like these. Like, so much physical damage coming out from EG.
Is it gonna be a high ground attempt?
That would be weird.
Coddle's
Because
not
the
in a
defense
position.
is decent.
They should switch Shadow Fiend to bottom and Coddle to top if they plan to do anything like that, but it doesn't look like it.
There's no way.
Nah.
Looks like maybe he could just
He
head
has no
up and
TP
bring
again.
it now.
Okay.
Oh, that's
he
cool
just
down,
did
so
it
he can send one out.
Yeah.
And he has a Coddle. You know, no need. No need.
He is that taxi service.
I think if Brood was in fog and he just jumped him with Necro, he would have died.
Right there?
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. He just uses him and runs away, like...
So if he hits him once, it's slowed.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I don't think he does that. I don't think he can do that. He can pop out Requiem and run away, but...
he's walking really far out now.
Yeah.
Of course, they are rotating to him.
They have his useful and stuff, like, it's a lot of damage. I don't know if he dies, but like, he's very
Go
low.
for it.
Nah, now it's awful.
Clock is nearby. They're going to commit for it. Necrobook out now. Turns back.
It's good enough, though.
Throws it up on the
that's really
Necrobook.
Against the Brood.
Yeah, this is
okay.
so, like, if Secret loses this game, there's no way they're gonna win after this. Like, this is so, I don't know.
Drought does deal a lot of damage. He will kill buildings fast if they take a good fight.
Yeah.
He's got his wolf,
Agnum's on Visage now.
companion wolf.
Yeah, AC being built now on Lycan, adding on top of the minion war and general fighting potential of EG. I wonder where Brook goes from here though. There's already been an AC pickup. He has a Necrobook. What will you go?
I don't know, just trust BKB.
BKB?
BKB against that lineup is necessary.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's good. That's definitely good.
Not Diffusal?
They won't
Get
even
rid of the
to
Ghost
contest
Scepter?
as it
Get rid
dies
of
so
Dust?
fast here.
It wouldn't be half bad. Like, but I think BKB is a safer and smarter choice.
Yeah,
Binding Light is also really, really good against Brood.
that's correct.
Well, Secret, they also have this kind of base defense that EG probably could never break high ground like straight up. They have to, something has to happen.
You think, but watching this game, you don't know what's gonna happen next.
You don't know what's gonna happen next. Somebody is gonna be missing a TP though. That's a good, bet.
Keeper of the Light is just gonna die randomly before they push and like GG.
Smoke up from EG. They're predicting Secret to be top in their woods, I believe, and they're gonna be trying to catch them. The woods are about to respawn in 10 seconds, but let's see if Secret make the right choice and back off. Well, they might find a Coddle here.
Little puppy.
Yeah,
This Coddle kill might mean 2 towers mid, honestly.
Oh, they're going to see this blast and turn right back onto him. Oh, now they see him for sure.
TP out, TP out, TP out.
Go, old man!
Oh my god.
Find someone to... No!
Oh my god.
He's
Jesus
fine.
Christ, that was so... what am I doing?
It's actually so scary to play this Lion specifically against this team because there's like wolves can scout you out and you don't know. You need a gem at one point.
Yeah.
Otherwise you can never lurk like he just did. And then there's the Zeus ult. And
BKB picked up.
yeah. You can't be this as sneaky as you want to be with the Lion, because
See, this is so cheating. Like, he killed like at least 40 spiderlings twice. That's cheating. They should do a separate CS count for broodlings.
Fair enough.
Brood has a BKB now. No threats yet though.
Okay.
Yeah. Arteezy though, he has been non-stop farming. His GPM has been going up and up.
He's keeping up with the Lycan.
Yeah.
So what do you think he invests in from here after already completing the butterfly and holding that helm?
Well, I'm not really sure. I would like more agility, because what happens then is fights get so weird. The amount of DPS that comes out from him and the SF like gets so oh, hook.
Bird block.
Clock against Visage.
Yeah.
You know.
Hate it.
Is Zagan is close on Keeper of the Light, or what is happening there?
Oh, he went back for the Ghost Scepter.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
he's
So it's
going now
pretty
though.
Because I'm thinking when he gets Ags and a gem, they can get some sick map control.
Yeah. I also think fighting Mana League at this point versus the Lycan, who did not go
Mana
BKB.
League, Blinding Light, everything is amazing.
Yeah, Blinding Light, we already talked about that. Against this amount of minions, oh my, the value of that spell.
You probably won't even see the Mana League.
Think
What
about
is it, like
running.
4 seconds, 10 seconds cooldown or something?
This
It's insane.
gem-
anyways.
Yeah, level 3, it's...
I think it's 6.
No, it's not. No, 6 seconds.
Maybe with the cooldown reduction of Chakra, though.
We need to see
Highlight
the
the
blinding light.
other one? Yeah.
12 seconds
12
cooldown.
seconds. So
With
the
6
Chakra-
duration, it's
5,
actually
6.
insane. It's actually insane.
A lot of uptime.
Secret are doing a nice job of keeping this top pushed in and dodging EG at the right moments.
But the whole gem caudal daytime thing is not gonna be
S4 going low.
okay,
Oh my god, the amount of nukes.
Fine, they'll step back and heal, but EG want this tower, and they'll get it, looks like, but little Arteezy in the
Setting up
base.
top with the Zeus, but
Yeah, Draw can't push against this.
All right, so...
No one can really push if everyone is alive, so...
maybe he goes back for the Satanic actually.
Draw?
Yeah.
I feel like he needs some mobility
idea.
item.
Mobility though, like I thought about the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, but I think,
it's
I
so
think Blink
weird to
would
play
be
field.
good, but then again, it's so easily cancelled.
He went BKB.
Yeah, the Zeus is just such a hero in this dagger game.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went BKB, so they can stand. They can hold their ground and fight nicely, I believe, if they use the cogs correct and blinding light correct, and this Drow gets to hit.
No, they can jump them and kill them in their base if they have position, for sure. Secret.
Yeah.
So...
Well, Aghanim's getting closer and Coddle. I think this hero turns into a carry once he gets that Aghanim. So,
I mean, yeah, he's actually so important, this hero in these games. Like,
yeah.
I think Secret and EG are like keeper of the light. It's whoever gets it wins probably, if they play well.
EKB now used.
As much as Cuddle is good here, I don't think this is the game where the gem Cuddle is gonna be that significant, because they have so much stuff to scout anyway. So even if they lose map control, they still have Broodlings, they still have Wolves, they still have Suso.
Yeah, but the biggest thing is the wolves. The wolves just give you vision without knowing, because like Broodlings you kind of know when they see you.
No,
But
gem is gonna
you
be
know.
good for sure, but
yeah.
some games you can't do anything when you lose map control, but this is not one of them.
Okay, let's see, is it dying?
PPD goes
Yep.
down here. Nice play by Crow.
Anything off. Oh,
good.
man. Zai's trying to keep him
call
at
so
bay.
far.
Oh, wow.
Force
Fear
enemy
just
beat.
chomps apart him, gets another. And it is EG looking to break into the base
That's how
now.
EG have to fight. They're just running people down. S4 taking so much damage. Spy back by the clockwork. These buildings are going down for
Unbelievable.
Secret.
Arteezy finally shows up. He needs the help out. But there's the army.
This is a Rex, like they can't do anything to stop this.
It's the swarm moving in.
Yeah, the thing with these jumps is like you actually need your team. You gotta kill. It doesn't matter. You have to still jump on the rest of the team. So that these are half HP and they can go on you. Because if you just stay AFK, they're gonna go back on you with everything.
They got Sumail though. Zai is next. This
Oh,
could
they're
be-
gonna kill Fear here.
Kill Fear, yeah.
No more Aegis and no BKB for him, so he just goes down.
Yeah.
But this trade,
Trade is very good for EG for sure.
yeah,
I wonder if they got a bit overzealous there. Because I felt like they could have taken the Rex without any casualties.
Oh, Arteezy steps outside the base.
Okay,
Yeah, but
little,
like,
little
there's
too
a
far
PBM
from home
out
there,
there.
little one. Oh, but Curl's gonna be there to help out.
Brood
They-
5k gold. This Brood is actually going to be a problem. He's actually so farmed now. He's top net worth.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
The thing was, is even though Secret lost a lot inside their base, they got a lot of gold from that and the Fear takedown. Kyle was able to finish out his Agnums, and if you look at Shadowfiend, he had like 4k gold.
But someone bought back. I think Clock bought
Clockwork.
back. So his side
Yeah.
progression is non-existent in this game. He's actually done.
This is such a hard game to be Clockwork in, I think. You have Summons, which is so bad to play against, and you have Shower Priest, which means whenever you jump a guy, you have to go back. Because you're not gonna kill him.
He's going back for the Atos on Visage also.
I like it.
He has it already. Alright.
And you see it. You see the way they're fighting. They're not using lockdown. They're just using the map and their movement speed. They just run you over, and if you keep running back, buildings are in front of them. They just go for those instead. Oh, S4 in an awkward position, but he has some backup pretty
Still
close.
no TP on SF either.
I think he's going back to sell his bottle for a TP though. Yeah.
I mean,
Go.
still with 2k to spare here.
Travels Dagger on Brood. That's interesting.
Yeah. Now he's setting camp in the top lane. Guess he feels like there's no point for him to stay bottom anymore. I kind of agree.
For Arteezy.
I can stay wherever he wants. He has travels.
Yeah, but the webs, having them in a in the Radiant Woods allows them to stay and farm there, but not having webs and staying there is gonna be very awkward.
Yeah, it's pretty good for Secret. They might have a chance at...
The next Roche is also just gonna be free. This is a really hard spot for Secret. It's so hard for them to contest this Roche now.
Yeah, you got very, very hard last 10 minutes.
Sumael, Bloodstone, 4-staff, travels, and now it looks like he's going back for the Aghanims,
or maybe
he's going
Octarine.
for the Octarine.
Octarine core would be cool.
I like the Octarine.
I think Octarine is better.
I think so too.
It's nice with your Force and your Boot to Travel as well. Reduces the cooldown.
Your Chain Lightning might be so short cooldown that you can't even use it.
Just use his Thunder Gods.
Scouting Zeus ult. This is one of the reasons why this hero late game becomes
it's like a
so
smoke
crazy.
detector too.
Smoke detector, like when you have again pressure heroes. Now Brewmother feels so good pushing in top. Like
oh yeah,
they know that Secret will have to take some time to ever move there, and the chances of them doing that are already slim. Because you see RTC showing bottom. Secret could be playing cocky and go 4-man top and recall him in, but then if EG reads that, they just pick off the Drow. EG though, their Contempt just chilling. Guess they're just waiting for the Roshan, finishing their items. Butterfly though picked up on SF. These evasion items, they're invaluable in this game. Summons can't get through hit, so...
Yeah, but you saw how it was last fight bottom lane. They kind of get to half HP before they can get any hit off.
Just from the magic damage from Zeus and
just from Broodlings and Visage and like Zeus.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Like,
what can happen though, or what I think needs to happen, is that this SF has to probably get a Satanic, or I don't know, but he has to be able to run in. He just has to stand there, and then Secret have to play around that. If they start showing up with their Zeus or their Visage, they have to jump them right there.
I don't know if Satanic is good, honestly. I think he should have had a Dagger, like early. Dagger BKB, because you want multiple jumps at the same time. So Shadow Priest cannot save, but and whenever he saves,
somebody has to deal with these summons eating your buildings.
Yeah, just Blinding Light, that's all you need.
Maybe. I'm not sure how that will play out. I think the buildings will still be going down after the Blinding Light wears out. Then Call Nuke is not going to be enough.
Blink Dagger Brood.
I mean, it's 3 seconds downtime if you Chakra.
That's true, and he gets his Solar Crest now.
This is really good. You put on one of these butterfly targets, it's just not gonna get hit anymore. But
okay,
this is a good timing for Secret here. They have Satanic on draw.
Does he have Aegis or something?
Roche maybe after.
No Aegis.
Oh, they see Fear. And the
nice
PPD on the back. Yeah,
that's very nice.
We see ya. We're gonna get you, buddy. They go right out in front. Right? Grave will delay, but this PPD Dazzle could be going down, but a nice little temporary stun comes out from Aoi, but there's the blast.
Does like enough buyback is the question, because this is Roshan.
Yep.
Yeah. They're gonna
like no buyback.
Yeah, this is maybe even Rax.
Yeah, this could even be Raxus. The amount of right-click damage, like we talked about, it's so insane. They picked up the Satanic on RTC, and I really do like it. Suso almost killing Sai. Oh no, please don't, please don't, please don't.
Basharinos though.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Roshan is a hater.
I'm out of here.
It's not a friend of the Swede.
So now in Aegis for Secret. Big peaking point for them.
That was so unfair, like, there's no way, I rarely see him feed like that, actually. I don't know what happened there.
I like the Ghost Scepter pickup now on Clockwork too. I think what he should still maybe opt to go for is an item versus Zeus. Whether it's Blade Mail, whether it's something else, I think this is the guy he has to look at the most. That's the Zeus. Yeah. He can't look at the Lycan. I mean, he kind of does with the Ghost Scepter, but he needs something to deal with the Zeus, I feel like. Like to help versus him at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like now the game is actually really fragile for EG. It does not take, like, it takes the smallest of hit-ups for EG. One Lycan gets picked off again, it's actually game right there. They take the whole base.
Yeah.
You could see for quite a while was EG holding a good plateau about 12k
Aegis
gold
on their
lead,
TZ. This means no way they can straight up push anymore like they did before.
I notice win, but they do have their gem on the coddle now.
They just need a random pick-off that just happens in this game apparently, and then they have a chance to get Raxus. Again, EG.
Oh, they're building up their little army here, and they're moving.
Oh, they saw that though. They saw that with their ward on the high ground, so they know he TP'd on a smoked bird.
Yeah, or a wolf.
Or a wolf, yeah.
Looks like Secret are busy with mid lane here.
Yeah.
Are they going to come all the way and come in from behind?
Oh, Secret gonna do this now. They're pushing on top with
I think it's a
Arteezy.
good move.
They don't have time to speed push.
Oh, they also saw the DD top, but they're not going for it.
We're bringing Arteezy.
This is
too.
actually going to be a really hard fight for EG, I think.
Oh, they're going to
they're
clash.
actually gonna beat them.
They're going to clash. And it's a
Nice
jump in
fucking
from Diamond
two.
2. Oh, Sumail's able to make it out, but my goodness. They're going to bring him down. PPD able to barely skate away if they decide to let him go.
But SF is caught alone above us.
Oh, SF is going down, but Universe, nice TPN.
Oh, the cheese.
Yeah, the cheese.
Low, able to slice up on the side, gets a full blast off and the blinding light.
There's no heal though, it's nighttime.
Oh, Arteezy just cleaning up all these minions now with this amount of right-click damage, and he feels so good with his Aegis and Satanic.
Just another casual Eagle song, because why not? No, let's go
Yeah,
double
no, it's good.
butterfly. It's good.
Why not?
This is actually might be game right here.
This might be game. The amount of damage they have.
They have the buybacks. They got to use them.
Mother. Oh
Okay.
no!
Oh!
Forced left the wrong way. Didn't activate Ghost Scepter either.
Oops.
Oh, unfortunate for Zai. He will go down. Secret got to get the hell back.
Cuddle is in trouble. That might be the gem.
That's a wolf TP right there, but
Oh!
Ouch.
Gem down.
gem down, yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
But this is as far as it goes.
They still have Aegis.
Yeah, there's no way EG can push. They can't do anything from this. All
No,
Secret have
they
to do
can't,
is
but
not
the
get
game
picked
is
up.
stabilized a bit more for them now, because Aegis is gonna run out.
Yeah.
The buybacks is hurtful, but they are actually fine, I think, now. Then now they
Buyback
can wait
hurt
for the
them
next
so much,
rotation. It's
actually,
still
I think.
really difficult for Secret to run out on a map if they play safe.
No, I actually disagree. It's gonna be day now, soon, with the Coddle respawn.
I mean,
and
I think
they
EG
can
has
move
to
out.
win in the next like 2 minutes because those buybacks.
Yeah, I think those buybacks are actually way too hurtful. They,
Oh, I think you're underestimating Lycan. Lycan, even with these items, can actually crush both SF and Drow.
no, he
Depending
doesn't-
on-
against the
he
blinding
can't-
light.
He can't do anything to Drow anymore.
No, he can. He's
Not
just
that
on
guy.
top of him. And I mean, it depends on how the fight
He
goes.
might even have double butterflies, like 48%.
It's either double
Evasion or
butterfly or
something.
like the Valor goes on him. Lycan's not gonna touch him.
Yeah, it's actually
Susan
gonna be like
Visage.
60%
Well, if
evasion
he's
with
on top of him,
45 armor.
he's very sad. He has 350 move speed.
He's sad, but he just hits him in the face. Lycan has to run from him. No, I'm serious. Lycan has to run away from him. Then he gets his aura back. The Susan Visage have to deal with this guy now. I would really like to see a double butterfly.
I mean, that's
Like,
probably what
evasion
it's
is the
gonna
name of
be.
the game here.
Well, they did get a solar crest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps a little.
Oh, it helps a lot.
I mean,
Helps. That just suddenly seems very poor now, I think. He only has like basically
even
one
Veil.
item. That's Bloodstone. The rest, okay, he got a Veil, that's pretty good.
it's fine.
Yeah, that just means he's playing so much around their BKBs. Oh, Arteezy gonna find Sumail
Oh, if
here.
this guy dies.
Don't TP ready. He's like,
Oh, if he dies, the game
He's
is
another
like
force.
over, isn't it? They need to win this fight, EG, right now, otherwise.
Oh, Fear also going to get
Nice
caught
X on
out.
Fear. No BKB use.
Man, no BKB. Yeah, he's going to get graved up. And we'll get the time for a BKB and a TP out, but no.
Okay.
Never mind.
I think.
Okay, Brood Split should stop, so maybe
Hook
that's
on
a
PPD.
chance.
Oh, Secret. Just going one by one at this point. That
Like it,
forces out
buyback.
the, buyback from Fear. PPD making, nope, not happening. Kuro going to catch him.
Base top.
He's done.
Someone has to take care of that, probably Shadowfiend. I think Drow can push a Shadowfiend should defend.
Coddle is taking care of him.
Okay.
He's there to slow down Universe, but it's Secret moving in mid lane. They're gonna
Universe
lose
has nothing
the
to
match.
offer to the fight anymore. He used the Necrobook top.
I think they have a rack stop as well, right?
Yeah. Ado's used an Arteezy, but like, I want to see now what happens. Like, look at this Lycan.
Yeah, he has no solar
Arteezy
crest.
just
Can't
hits
buzz him
him.
like that.
Oh. No
You
BKB.
can't touch him. He's untouchable.
Well, because Clock is there.
He's Enchantress.
Still has Satanic to use too.
You need to hit him 50 times to kill him, and then he pops a Satanic and like,
Yeah, can't do anything about it.
oh,
Just back up.
That looked funny.
Now he's gonna go down.
Alright, this is some damage here. The Veil plus,
First down the line, Arteezy though, confident, standing strong, able to easily right-click. Universe shows up, which means that EG are in a real bad place, but looks like they'll be able to bring down little Arteezy here.
got
But look at the
some
minus
damage.
Raxes though.
Shadowfiend.
Yeah. Oof.
Wow. Well, that Lycan dying mid for that Roshan was actually so huge in this game.
Yeah, that was massive.
It turned everything around.
So unexpected as well. I don't.
Yeah.
So Travel's now picked up on Coddle. Like, when he upgrades these Travels, like, this game becomes very funny. In general, like, they have stabilized the game so much with their hero picks. Like, split push is never going to be a thing for EG. It's not going to be a way out of this game.
Thing is,
ever.
I don't think this game is over at all. I think if EG can secure next Roche and get MKB on Lycan, they already have one on Brood, then this game is still open. It takes very little.
hard.
It's still very fragile fights. It comes down to who initiates first and who is out of position and stuff like this.
I don't think they have daggers on like a Brood or... No, they have a dagger on Brood,
going
so
in.
they can do something.
Oh, the Requiem just for the minus damage doesn't connect on the Lycan though.
No, he's able to
That's
step
very
back.
weird, actually.
Big stun. Fear waiting out before his BKB. Now we'll pop it. Tier 3 does go down, and he's like, I'm just going for the racks. But the hook hit from Zai to
nice
slow him
pump.
down. Can they get him down? Universe still good.
That heal from Light.
The Aghanim
Oh,
Coddle,
man.
look at that.
Does he have Valak on Brood now?
No, he probably does not.
Some
No,
cooldown
no
maybe?
gold, probably cooldown.
Oh, he doesn't have gold either.
Yeah, Lycan's also dead for 90 seconds. This is this throne. They're not even gonna
Yeah,
bother
that's
with
game.
one-on.
That's game right here. Yeah, I was wondering. In the end, that Necro on Broodmother was so useless. Actually, maybe they would have had the chance to take Basher or something.
I don't think you can say that. I think Fear was out of position mid lane. If he was not there, if they just waited for Roshan as 5,
Yeah.
took the Roshan, this game could have was just over. I think they could not deal with the push.
I don't know if it's over because I think the lineup is so much better, but this is definitely important. This is the biggest thing.
Oh, it's a really nicely played, like kind of calm game from Secret, even though this amount of.
I think they like tilted a bit in the
They did,
like 15, 25 minutes. They're tilted so much actually. I think.
After this point, they still did it calm. They got their
Yeah,
TPs up and like they stopped getting picked off stupidly. EG trying to hold on to the
2
base
butterflies. Oh, yeah.
here. Yeah, he went for the double butterfly. It's very rare.
It's good. It's good here. They
Yeah.
only have physical except for Zeus.
Yep.
It's very rare that you can argue for the second butterfly because the nature of the game is that people will pick up MKBs and you lose so much value of your items. But minions, yeah,
don't care.
they will
Minions
always
don't
suffer.
pick up MKB, yeah.
Well, throne exposed. They're just playing with their food, though.
Yes, for wants to do the play.
I think EG right now, ever since that death up top, they were just
The
talking
next
about
game.
the next game.
Yeah.
Humao TVA free again. Doesn't like the ending of this game, I guess. But
Well, he can
Falling asleep.
get the hell out of here, I guess. I
go
don't
to
know.
sleep. I think that was a nice game, though. I like that. I like that. I like to see Coddle work like this. I like to see how Secret
do.
used it.
That was one of the more even games in the whole tournament.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I mean, you saw it. It was like
even
what?
throughout the whole game almost.
Yeah. Even the network graph had a nice little jumping spree going from one side all the way back the other way, and now we suddenly have an even series. Do you think this is going to go the full 5-game stretch, back and forth?
It might.
Yeah, it might now. Like after if Secret lost this game, I would have been like, "Whoa, there's no way
There's
to
no
come back
way
from
they-
this." They're
yeah.
probably tilting so hard losing this game.
I said in the morning that I thought EG would win 3-0 against Secret, but now it might go. Now it's actually so open because I think EG felt like they had this game, and at the same time, I think Secret were confident all the way through that they would take the game. So it's like it's really hard to call now what's gonna happen. Everything is open. I think next game we're not gonna see Vitis Drow.
No, ooh, I doubt
I
that.
seriously doubt
bold
it's gonna be
prediction.
the same trade-off. But I mean,
We might get to
I
see like
said
the
that
Wisp or
before.
the Chen make
Said-
it through
we said
instead.
that
we said that before, so